Hello, everybody. Today's guest is Wendy, a true difference maker. She's part of Kiwanis, a national organization, a group that helps kids around the world. Wendy and her team are all about making a big impact. Let's dive into it and how she got started and how you can make a difference too. I'm excited to have you on the show, Wendy.
I'm excited also.
And for the listeners who may not be familiar with your line of work yet, can you give us a quick rundown of who you are and what you do?
My name is Wendi Gabriel. I am the current president of Kiwanis Club of Pompano Beach. But there's almost every town, every city, every little district probably has a Kiwanis Club, just generally right in their back neighborhood.
Yeah, why did you decide to join Kiwanis National Organization?
Um, a friend of mine introduced me to Kiwanis back in 2021. She knew I do a lot of networking outside of just, out of my work area. I was doing a lot of networking, and she was like, come and do this meeting, check out, what the group is all about. If you like it, maybe you want to join. So I got invited and I attended back in 2021. And of course, I got the little bug because, it's helping kids, whether it's providing them with clothing, hygiene products, school supplies, filling up backpacks to feed the kids over the weekend so that kids that normally wouldn't have any food to eat, we're providing them food over the weekend. So I got the bug as soon as I found out what the organization, at least in Pompano Beach, does, and they focus on. So I joined pretty much right away, and I've
That's some
always,
powerful stuff. I'll tell you the
yeah.
truth. And how does Kiwanis National Organization help kids in real life?
Uh, they don't even just do what I explained what they do, like with the food, the hygiene and stuff. They actually teach kids in high school leadership skills. They teach them to do volunteerism, which is super helpful for them when they get into the world after they graduate. So there's a lot of programs that Kiwanis offers for students, whether it's all the way starting in elementary all the way to high school.
Yeah, Wendy, can you unpack that for us? Why are those so important today?
For volunteerism, or
The things that you're helping support the kids with.
I really think it sets them up for real life when they get into the workforce. Um, Leadership, it teaches them where maybe their strengths or their weaknesses are. It helps them prepare them for everyday situations, whatever it may be, maybe with their friends. Maybe they'll gain more friends being in the Kiwanis Club. In high school, they're called key clubbers. And so I don't know. I just feel like you can see that the kids really, really want some kind of purpose and somehow help their community where they live.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that leadership are the roots of a strong future.
Uh huh. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, how does the local clubs actually make a difference globally?
Um, well, we actually, every club donates money to globally to the International Kiwanis Club. So they try to develop clubs everywhere so that they even have like hurricane tornado funds. If something happens, we try to, raise money to help kids that are maybe being impacted by hurricane tornadoes, whatever it may be. I mean, if there's a need, they want to know about it, and they just try to really get the funds to wherever it needs to help the kids.
And Wendy, with you being in charge of your own club there, what's something most people don't know about how much work goes into volunteering like this?
Um, well, every week I put out an agenda, because I want my Kiwanis members to know what we might be talking about for the following week. We had a board meeting last week, so it's not just, having meetings and having lunch. We do board meetings because we had to talk about our upcoming golf tournament coming up in September. It's one of our biggest of signature programs that we have. And we got a little we got a little bit jolted last year. We had a past president that was big into golf, and he used to run and co-chair or chair our golf tournament every year from start to finish. He suddenly passed away. And so our club, meaning me, the president, the past president, the treasurer, the secretary, we found two co-chairs that were very familiar with how to run a golf tournament. And luckily, they were available to help us. And within 3 months' time, we were able to successfully, launch our golf tournament and raise quite a bit of money. Like, we had a goal of being able to at least make at least $10,000. And that's just with very little time, 3 months preparation. And last year we ended up exceeding our goals, and we ended up making $13,000 from our golf tournament, which was phenomenal.
Yeah, moments like that when you get to raise that much money are they're unforgettable at the end of the day. What's one of your favorite projects or events that you've done so far with your organization?
I really like Christmas in July. And that's not just localized in my Pompano Beach area. It's there's districts and divisions, right? So we're in Florida District, but we're in Division 23 and 24 in Florida District. So our clubs, we're in Division 23, and so Division 23 and 24 collect and get together every year. And it's going to be our 23rd year, Christmas in July. And we start actually now, right after Christmas. And we volunteer every Saturday till the end of June. And what we do is we find a facility that donates 100% of the facility, like a warehouse. And they even provide us air conditioning and bathroom. And what these volunteers from each division do, they go and pack and sort all these clothing items, hygiene products, school products, and we pack and sort so that when we get the, I'll scale back a little bit. There's over 6,000 homeless kids in just our Broward County. What they do is they collect information from all the 6,000+ kids that are homeless, right? They get their ages, their sizes, their shoe sizes, everything, like whatever size they're in, shirt, pants, whatever, right? So when Christmas in July comes around, we fill a backpack one at a time. We take a backpack, it's got the kid's name, age, and what shelter that they're staying in. And we go to each station where everything is packed and sorted, right? And we say, we need a pair of size 10 pants. Then we go to the next station. We need size medium shirts for the boy. I'm going to say the boy as an example. Then we go and we get whatever size underwear they need. And they're all new products. We get them socks. We get them shoes. Then we go to school supplies, whatever grade they might be in. They get like a workbook, a notebook, all kinds of different stuff for school supplies. And then the last thing is they get a Ziploc of all the hygiene products they need: shampoo, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, everything. And we call it fill in the backpack with love. And we do it one backpack at a time. Like, we don't take 3 backpacks and shove stuff in there, right? We take one backpack at a time and we fill it for that specific person. When it's filled, we bring it to the area in the warehouse where that specific shelter is, stacked up. We go right back to the beginning of the line, grab another backpack, then we get another kid's name, maybe a girl, and we go to the different stations for the females and do the same thing, and over again, all the way, and we'll start now till the end of June.
That's incredible what you do with that organization. You help out so many kids out there that need the help. How can someone get involved if they feel a calling to the service that you have and they don't really know how to start?
Um, I actually try to do a lot of promoting of Kiwanis for my Pompano Beach. Whenever there's, let's say, a community event and they're offering for someone to have a table set up, I really try to get out there, and me and maybe a couple other volunteers, we set up a table. I have some pamphlets. I might have like a raffle item. Um, I just try to spread the word however way I can, especially if there's parents and there's kids walking around. Why not get your kids, if you want your kids involved in getting something where it's a positive, um, I feel like it's something positive for the kids to learn.
Yeah, why
Uh,
do you think the kids need a strong role models today more than ever?
I'd much rather give them positive, you know, I'd much rather have someone be positive and teach them the skills that they're going to need all the way up from elementary. There's they're called K Kids in elementary. There's a builders club in middle school, and there's Key Club for the high school students, and then I think it's CKI for the college students. So it doesn't just end in elementary school for Kiwanis. If they can get a school advisor that wants to get involved in helping these kids get a positive, situation in their life, whether it's just for that hour or not, we try to make that impact and help that kid.
Yeah, it's amazing how giving back can bring us even more uh, purpose in our own lives. Can you remember a moment when you knew this work was your calling?
uh Probably the first event we did. The first event we did, which is coming up soon, is we do an annual Easter sunrise service. So we get a stage from the city of Pompano Beach, and we're along the beach, of course. So we get permits from the city of Pompano Beach. We get the stage set up there the night before, and we do a sunrise service. So uh, it was funny. The first Easter sunrise service we had quite a bit of an attendance. And either the people could pull right up into the parking lot and sit in their vehicle comfortably because it was in a parking lot and they could be facing the stage, or they could come out and we have about 200 chairs set up there. And I thought it's a, you know, this it's a non-denominational service, so it could be for anybody, right? And this little Easter bunny, like this little white bunny, was hopping around back behind the stage randomly, and we were like, "Did somebody plant this rabbit here?" Or, and I know Easter's not about rabbits, but it was so weird seeing like somebody had released a rabbit out in the public, and here it is just hopping around the back of the stage on Easter morning. I thought it was just the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, Wendy, who inspired you to take care of others?
Um, I always felt like it was internal for me. Uh, and I do get heavily involved if I find like there's a passion in it for me. But if I can try to make a difference in any way, I try to put my own little Wendy to it too. If I
Yeah.
can, if I can help or improve the process of something, I try to really help it out as best as I can.
Yeah, what's one of the lessons a child has taught you that you've never forgotten?
We went to an elementary school. Uh, they had never met me, and I wanted the kids to know who the president of the Kiwanis was and who was, running the Kiwanis clubs, so they knew who was doing like the backpacks. And we try to get like two of the elderly that are in the Kiwanis club. They come and do like a meeting like once a quarter, and they'll have like a coloring contest and stuff like that. And we were talking about environment and how to conserve water. And so we were talking about how when it clouds to the rain to hitting the soil and then, turning into dirt. And I thought it was kind of interesting, the whole thing. And they had to make bracelets. So they had to start with a white bead for the cloud, the blue for the sky. And we were talking about that. And the kids were just so excited. But there was one particular kid, and at the end of the meeting, they were talking about there was a coloring contest, and that they had the possibility of winning like $100. I don't know if it was gift cards or whatever. Um, One kid in particular was kind of always chatty, and he come over to me as he was leaving the room, and they had to go back to class, and he's like, "Man, I really hope I win this coloring contest because my family could really use the money." And I was just like, "Oh my God." It really just tugged at my heartstrings. It was really, really impactful to me.
Yeah, that's such a good point. What's one of your dreams for the next 10 years with Kiwanis and beyond?
Um, I'm just hoping that I can get some more members that are on the younger version. I mean, we do have some elderlies, and honestly, like, I truly appreciate them. But as they get older, they're limited to what we can do. And within the last few years, I was actually able to recruit. I have at least 4 new members that are within the range of maybe early 30s to maybe late 30s, which is phenomenal. And I just want to get some more of those age groups involved, because as the club and the members get older, we need these younger couple, the younger members to come in and kind of help out when the older members are starting to get limited as to what they can do.
It is a great organization, and it's like passing the baton on to the next generation, which you're trying to achieve there for the next 10 years. I really thank you for doing what you do. If you could leave one message for kids listening today, what would it be?
Um, Learn what kind of programs are in your elementary school and see what kind of clubs you can join. See what clubs fit the best for you. It doesn't have to be Kiwanis. It could be something else, a chess club, a science club. Find a club that fits you, your personality.
I love that. And Wendy, this is the part of the show I want to transition to the Friday mindset part of the show, where I dig into your journey, your mindset, and the moments that shaped you. Wendy, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Huh. Be yourself and be genuine, and people will truly see it.
That's powerful. Now, Wendy, what is one truth about life that you wish more people understood?
For me, I feel like you're going to get knocked down. You just have to make sure you stand up and brush yourself off.
Bouncing off that one, for anyone out there struggling with their confidence, what should they do?
Maybe step out of their boundaries. Sometimes people have boundaries and they say they feel like they can't do it. Maybe try to step out of that little box and see if stepping out of the box might feel good, and maybe they'll maybe take a little bit more of an extended couple more steps the next time if they just try. I don't feel like you should box yourself in and say I can only do this much. Step
I
out of.
I love that definition. I really do, because if you don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations, you'll never grow. And Wendy, what type of legacy are you going to leave?
I just want everyone to know that I put 110% into everything I do, and I try to be really genuine as much as I can. If I don't agree with somebody, I try to step back and think about what is their message that they're trying to send to me, because I feel like sometimes one person, or sometimes I feel like sometimes, how do I want to say it? Sometimes I feel like if it's my opinion it's the right way to do things. And I have to remember that my opinion is maybe not the right thing, and I need to take what people tell me and consider that and maybe adjust it accordingly, if that makes sense.
No, that's a great takeaway, and that's great insight as well. The show is called Every Day is Friday, and Friday has a special energy, whether it's freedom or just excitement or just feeling of accomplishment after a long week. Wendy, I want to hear from you. What does Friday mean to you?
Uh, I still don't stop on a Friday. Most of the time, I have things that I need to do. Like this Sunday, I have the Easter sunrise service. So I'm always trying to figure out ways that I can still help my community, whether it's a beach cleanup or it's our Easter sunrise service, or going to an auto car show that my friend is maybe hosting, and they're trying to raise money for their group. Whatever it may be, that's what I'm doing.
I love that. You're always helping out the community, it sounds like. And this is your chance to leave the listeners with something powerful. Is there anything else you want to share?
What I would like to say is, if you just try to smile every morning and talk to yourself really, really nice, I feel like sometimes that's your best way of, starting the day.
I resonate with that because I say to people all the time, I go, no matter what, every time you smile will always make you happier.
Uh-huh.
And I appreciate you being on the show, Wendy. That was great. And all your information will be in the description down below. But I want to make sure that people know where to find you. Where can the people follow and support your work?
I have a Facebook page. It's Kiwanis Club of Pompano Beach Charitable Foundation. They can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'll answer back to anybody.
I know the listeners got a lot of value out of this. It's been an awesome conversation, Wendy. I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you for sharing your stories and experiences.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Wendy. And for everyone listening, stay tuned for more amazing stories on Every Day is Friday Podcast 365. If you enjoyed this, make sure to follow and share and keep Every Day is Friday mindset going. Until next time, stay inspired and make every day feel like Friday. Until next time.
Every day is Friday, and you're living my way.